Let's talk about coveting, and we're going to get to this, what people are willing to do for $1 million. It will shock you, I think, as it shocked me. There's a fish in the ocean called a sculpin. It has a huge head, a decent sized tail, and a tiny body. In fact, its head makes up 90% of its body, and it has a tremendous appetite. It eats and eats and eats and is never satisfied. Not only that, but the fish is of no use. You can't eat it. It produces nothing. It is worthless. And I think we could rename that fish the covet fish. Welcome to Truth Talk with Ed Skipper, published every Monday and Thursday at 6 a.m. Pacific time, where I take the truth of Scripture and apply it to your daily living. Here is the 10th and final commandment found in Exodus 20, verse 17. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his manservant or maidservant, his ox or donkey, or anything else that belongs to your neighbor. Now, the word covet has two roots: to have and more. It is to desire something that is not yours, to crave something that belongs to someone else. This is the only commandment that doesn't just deal with behavior, what to do or what not to do. It deals with why you do it. It deals with the heart level. It deals with the motivation. So you may say, really doesn't matter what I think. For example, I can dream about something that I want. As long as I don't steal, as long as I don't commit an act that is sinful, I'm okay. But this commandment suggests that we can have sinful attitudes. It's not just that the attitude may lead to sin, but the attitude itself can be sinful. Now let's get to that $1 million question. What will people do for $1 million? This was a survey taken a few decades ago in America. It may have gotten worse since then, actually. And what we learn is that over 2/3 of the people are willing to do one of these things if you pay them $1 million. So here we go. When it comes to abandoning your family, 25% are willing to abandon their family if they are paid $1 million. Abandon church, same thing. 25% are willing to abandon church. Become a prostitute for a week. 23% would be willing to do that. Give up their U.S. citizenship. 16%. Leave their spouse. 16%. Withhold testimony about a murder that would enable a murderer to go free, and that number is 10%. And here is maybe the most shocking of all: to kill a stranger. 7% are willing to murder a stranger for $1 million. And finally, put their children up for adoption. That one came in at 3%. I'd kind of like to do a survey of my own. Actually, I have kind of done an informal survey of families who receive inheritance money and how greed comes up and disrupts the family relationships. I've seen it time and time again in families. Well, how are you doing when it comes to coveting? My prayer for you is that your relationship with Jesus Christ would be so precious to you, so satisfying to you, so fulfilling to you, that wanting something that someone else has would pale in comparison to what you have in Jesus Christ. Whether that thing is a material thing, or whether it's something like status or good looks or personality or education that someone else has. Jesus Christ trumps it all. Hey, make sure you check out the 220 previous episodes of Truth Talk with Ed Skipper. And next time we're going to look at the remedy for coveting. And until next time, may you not fall into the trap of coveting.